If you aren't sure right now, this message is for you. When the way forward feels unclear or your plans aren't working the way you thought they would, when you're in that space, the one between your best laid plans and what's actually happening, this is where the energy of Gate 2 begins to speak to you. Gate 2 in human design is called the direction of the self, and it lives within your identity center, which is the hub of love, purpose, and internal direction. It is the gate that pulls you forward, not through force, but through alignment. And in the gene keys, this energy carries a spectrum of frequencies from the shadow of dislocation to the gift of orientation to the highest expression called unity. And in the I Ching, this energy is the only hexagram composed of 6 yin lines, which indicates pure receptivity. This does not mean sitting still or doing nothing. Receptivity is not the same as passivity. It is the strength to stay open in the present moment, to stay in relationship with life as it is unfolding in front of you without needing to control it or trying to skip ahead. So take a breath, a big inhale, a bigger exhale, allowing your shoulders to drop and allowing your awareness to settle into your body and be here with you now. You are taught to seek direction through plans and strategies and timelines, to orient yourself through what others are doing, what has worked with others before, or what we think is supposed to happen next. But the shadow of dislocation shows up when you disconnect from your own inner sense of direction and try to replace it with something external. And oftentimes it's not even obvious to you. It looks like second guessing or overanalyzing or getting too many external opinions to validate your own internal uncertainty. But orientation, the true gift of this energy, does not come from figuring it out. This does not mean that you'll suddenly know the exact next step from within you. Orientation is not a detailed map or a 5-step plan. It is simply a directional feeling that rises from within you. It is not certainty, I'm sorry to say. It's clarity that can only come with presence. And it's actually not about standing still. It's about sensing where life is trying to move through you and being open enough to move with it. You're not waiting for answers. You're listening for the felt sensation of momentum. Even the subtlest pull forward is part of your correct direction. Your mind will try to fill in the gaps and color in the path ahead with assumptions or control. But orientation does not come from your mind. It lives in this identity center. It lives in the moments when you are okay to not be grasping for what's next and actually be present with what is. Correct orientation doesn't mean that you know exactly where you're headed. It just means you're facing in the right direction, and you can trust that. You can feel that, not because it makes perfect sense, but because there's a sense of coherence within your system. Maybe it's peace or relief or a sense of resonance. And most importantly, the fear that does exist within you is safe to be with. It's part of your landscape, not a sign that you're lost. It's simply a reminder that you're paying attention. When you are correctly oriented, you don't block what's trying to reach you with your own rigid plans. Instead, you're staying open and present, and from that space, you can actually receive the next step, when it arrives to you, not when your mind is pushing and efforting and demanding it to show up. So if you're in a space of uncertainty or waiting or not knowing, can you let that be okay? Can you let it be part of your path? Can you let yourself slow down enough to feel? The map is your mind's attempt to piece together direction based upon what's outside of you, based on old data or past stories or borrowed ideas. But when you understand that you are the compass, you don't need the map, because the compass is alive within you. And while it will not reveal the exact next step, it does point you in the direction of what's right for you. And that is enough if you let it be. That's how you move in the correct direction without needing the full picture. You don't need the map because you are the compass. You are oriented in the right direction and you are already on your way.